Greetings dear friends, Dragon here once again. If it's your first time finding the channel, then do please consider clicking the red button and subscribing if you enjoy what I do. It's Chinese New Year today, Gung Hei Fa Chai, to anybody who's choosing to celebrate it. Hope everybody has a wonderful and very prosperous year ahead. Here with a very quick non-spoiler review of River, due out on Monday the 12th of February from Third Window Films. An absolute delightful little movie and really in some ways a follow-up to Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes, which was already released by Third Window a year or so ago, 2 years ago. But same director, same writer, and largely the same cast. Those slightly different concepts, but in both cases revolving around a 2-minute time loop, or 2-minute kind of like, in some ways, 2-minute time travel. Whereas the first one, Beyond the Infinite, was a little bit more of a sort of logical take. Very intricately plotted in some ways. River a little bit more emotional led, so it's largely a little bit looser, though still revolving around sort of 2-minute repeating sections. Though in a similar way to Groundhog Day, the characters retain the fact that they're repeating the same kind of same period of time all over again. So it's not like their memories reset, but they all go back to the same sort of starting point where they were at the beginning of the 2 minutes, and then they have to kind of try and deal with the consequences of being stuck in a 2-minute loop. Also, because it all takes place largely around an inn in a small kind of area of Japan called Kyoto. It's a small suburb of Kyoto, set beside a river called the Kubuni River, I think, and hence the title of the film. But yeah, the people who are working at the inn have to deal with the customers who are still there in the inn, who are now confused as to why they're stuck in a 2-minute loop, and also kind of deal with why they're stuck in the 2-minute loop, how to potentially get out of it, and then also some of the other kind of like crazy actions that are happening around the sort of 2 or 3 streets that seem to kind of all be wrapped up within the loop. And that's about as much as I want to say, because I think kind of going into it as fresh as you possibly can, you'll get the most enjoyment out of it. But wonderfully directed, a slightly bigger budget than Beyond the Infinite, but like I say, the same director, Junta Yamaguchi, and clearly he's kind of moving on to slightly more complicated things because he has a bigger budget, bigger crew, able to do slightly more intricate, slightly trickier shots. Same writer, Makoto Ueda, who also wrote Beyond the Infinite and also wrote Summertime Machine Blues, though that was made with a different director. And like I say, the same cast, but this time round our kind of cast is led by Riko Fujitani, who does an incredible job. She's really adorable, really charming, and she does a good job of kind of like tying all the individual disparate little stories together, because the loop generally for us, the viewers, usually starts with her standing beside the river at each 2-minute loop, and then she kind of has to kind of go on and deal with building on what we've seen in the loop before. But yeah, absolutely well worth your time checking out. Highly recommend it. You don't need to have seen Beyond the Infinite before you see this one. They're not connected in that regards. So you can jump straight into River if this one sounds more appealing, but I would definitely encourage you to go back and check out Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes as well if you haven't already. But this is available on Blu-ray, on DVD, and I think on demand from Monday. The best option to try and get it from Terracotta. That's where I got mine. I got mine really early. I think it arrived a full 10 days before the official release. Thank you very much to Joey at Terracotta for sending it through. I don't have any special relationship there. He's just amazing at sending stuff out as early as he can. As he highly recommended. We absolutely adored it, and I hope you will too. Thank you so much for joining me for this. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.